Oh, am I live? I haven't done this in so long. I have no idea how this works. Are there people here? I don't know how this is working right now. So this stream is going to be probably kind of a mess because I've like live streamed before. Yeah. Okay, now I'm kind of dark. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't know if this is gonna go very well. What did I just do? We'll have to see how this works. So this stream is probably going to be kind of a mess because I haven't done like a live stream in forever, and even when I did, it like was kind of like on a whim. So this is something I kind of want to do. Also, if anything's like too loud, I'm getting off topic already. If anything in the background is like too loud or there's some issue, let me know. Why does that keep moving? It's on my monitor. All right. Sounds good? Good. I like that. So, I'm staring at myself in OBS because, like, it's mirrored, and now I'm questioning why I look like this. But this is probably going to try. It seems chat is like, yeah, that's just YouTube. It's hard to get it so it's not, especially if I want to have like okay quality video. So it's kind of just gonna have to be how it is. Also, I have like a preview. Is 360p the highest you can go? Because that if it is, that's kind of annoying. But oh well. So like I was saying earlier, I want to kind of stream like once a week for 1080p 60. That's great. So everything but my webcam should look really good. I'm like going crazy. I feel like the streaming at like once a week. What did I do? Streaming once a week should be good for weeks that like I don't upload, whether that be like because I don't have time. Streaming is kind of a better way of like doing at least something on the channel while like that isn't like such a big effort. I just heard like something going on, and every time I hear something I kind of have to know what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of want to stream on here. I was thinking about doing it on Twitch just because Twitch is like a bigger streaming platform, but doing it on here, it's way easier for people to see it. It's like if I'm only doing it once a week, it like shows up in the live tab, so that'll be good for people who want to go back and watch if I do anything interesting. And it's just a kind of a good way to get something on the channel every week, especially on weeks that I don't upload, whether that be I'm too busy or like I want to spend more time with the device and I don't really have anything else to upload. This is still kind of something for me to put on the channel, which I think is good. And I put that poll up on the community tab like a few days ago, asking you guys if you wanted to see streams, and if you said no, I was gonna like not do it, but majority of you said yes. So I don't know how exactly I'm gonna start this, but I do have both my Odin 2 here, and I have the web page up for the Steam Deck OLED that we can discuss, because like Steam Deck's not really emulation, but it's like emulation adjacent, I guess. So we can discuss that as well. Happened to be browsing YouTube and you popped up, so I'm here. That's great. People getting in here through what any means is great. I feel like kind of, if we want to, I have my Odin 2 hooked up to my capture card. Oh, I'm dumb. I switched scenes, and that doesn't have my mic on it for some reason. That was weird. But enough people on my video, there's no point in doing this right now. Enough people used my link for the Odin 2 campaign that I got a screen protector. And I don't... They shipped my Odin 2 before they told me I want a screen protector, so... Or like one got it. So they had to ship it out after. Volume lowers, I'm gonna have to deal with the normalizing of audio. Yeah, this is the first stream I've done in a while. I think the last one I did was for 1,000 subscribers over a year ago, so I'm gonna have to work with that. This is just a screen protector for the Odin 2. The Odin 2 is right here. I have the Odin 2 right here. If you didn't watch my video on it, I haven't done a full review yet because I just got it a few days ago, but I did an unboxing video where I did like my first impressions and stuff. So, discovery channel while waiting for Odin. Yeah. The original Odin, Ein's first device, was crazy in terms of like figuring out how they were going to ship it, because they were a new company at the time and they like delayed it a bunch. And then they delayed the Loki, so when it came time for pre-ordering the Odin 2, I was like, they're probably going to delay it. It's probably not going to come till like January of next year. And they got it to me, and now it's November? I don't want to say anything, but I have a little bit more faith in their timelines now. Wonder when there will be skins and custom buttons for it. There were custom buttons for the original Odin, I'm pretty sure. Like, you could buy them on like Etsy and stuff, so those will probably happen fairly soon. Skins? I'm not entirely sure, because they did skins... they said they were going to do skins for the Loki, like, I don't know if they were the skins. Yeah, skins for the Loki, and then they said they couldn't, so they just gave up on that and gave us all 100-watt chargers, which, I mean, I'm not complaining. I like 100-watt chargers, but third time's a charm, yeah. Third time's a charm. Sakura retro mounting buttons for my Odin. I was honestly thinking of getting a bunch of like I ruined the hardware of my original Odin because I kind of just threw it in my bag every day, but I was thinking about modding it and like putting some stuff in it, but I just ended up not doing it because I wanted to keep it the hardware as like close to original as possible. But now that I have the Odin 2, I can pretty much do whatever. Do people really care about the Steam Deck OLED? We can talk about the Steam Deck OLED. Because, like, new Embernick Sega handheld will be... Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like, I have, in my backpack right now, I have my RG35XX and Retroid Pocket 2S. So, those, like, small handhelds. And, like, even if they're not small, like the Embernick Sega handheld, you can just throw that in your bag. Odin 2 grips, I actually really like them. I know the ones on the low-key, I have my low-key Max right here. The ones on the low-key are bigger, but the ones on the Odin 2, I might just have to unplug my Odin 2 because it's like plugged into my USB-C thing. But the ones on the Odin 2 aren't as big, but for a kind of like sleeker and smaller device, they're much more comfortable than the original Odin, which at times felt like I could get cramped. Trim my purple base like a baby and has tons of cracks. This is order number 8. Yeah. Volume is... Oh, did I do that again? Okay, wait. So... I'll have to work this out. Oh, it's because... This doesn't have an echo, does it? Putting their heads down and just making the Odin 2 and not letting the crowd know every decision was the best thing they could have done. Yes! Yes! I 100% agree. Volume is only low. Okay, wait. That's my... There's also no... I have this at like a different level. OBS is so annoying because I have them at like different levels for different scenes. I tried to set this up as good as possible, but like for stream, stuff is gonna fall through the cracks. Okay, so like I said, as the stream goes along, if there's anything like a bad like volume is bad, like say if I try any games on the Odin 2, if volume is bad, let me know and I will adjust it. Yeah, better to fix all the problems early in the stream. Yeah, I really want to, but like Mike Ox is muted there. I don't know why that is. Also, if you notice that my webcam is shaking, I don't know why that is. Oh. Okay. So if we want to get into some quick discussions before we do anything with the Odin, what do y'all think of the Steam Deck OLED? I have a Steam Deck already, and I'm not going to upgrade to the OLED, but there are like a lot of things that they've added here that make this thing better, I think, than the original Steam Deck that I have right here. You're not going to upgrade? Yeah, me neither. But they dropped there's no 64 gigabyte model anymore. They dropped the price of the 256, which still has an LCD screen. I'm not sure how I feel about that, just because like you want to get into it. If you want the cheap thing, you're gonna have to go for an LCD screen, but you're missing out on the OLED that every other option has. Don't use your Steam Deck enough? Honestly, I don't either. Like, I know I do a bunch of emulation and stuff. I don't use my Steam Deck that much, especially since I got my Loki Max. Tempted for a person just jumping in at the same price? That's a great, like, I think the 512 model, 256, 529, it's pretty much the same price. The 512 with OLED is the same price as the 256 with the LCD from last time. So jumping in now and getting that might be a good option. Yeah, but the OLED is more expensive. That's what I do dislike about it. Want to upgrade, but just bought a Loki Max. I might want to hold off on that unless you like really love your Steam Deck more. Selling your Steam Deck after time with the Odin 2, I wouldn't blame you. I think the difference is Steam Deck can play Steam games, but Odin 2 can play Android games. If you only really care about emulation and Android gaming, and you don't really care about PC gaming, that might be a good way to go, but it's up to you. Thought they were all OLED, like a complete. That's what I thought when I saw that they announced a like OLED Steam Deck. I thought that they just changed all of the screen options to an OLED, and now there's a 256 with an LCD. They should offer that with like an OLED and just make it like $50 more or like $20 more. How much is an OLED screen really, like compared to an LCD screen? Is it really all that much more? Like maybe they want to be like, oh, it's the cheapest model. If you want something better, you have to go for the bigger thing. But so the 256 model seems to be the exact same as the old 256 model because it is 1280 by 800, 7-inch screen, 40 watt hours of battery compared to the 50 watt hours of every other model, and the 7.4-inch display on the other models. Seems like they just cut the price of the 256. Oh, minus Wii U, PS3, and Xbox. Yeah, that's true. I haven't tried like anything besides Switch. I mean, besides Nintendo emulation on Android. But I wouldn't like. I don't know much about anything others just because I haven't tried it all that much. I would. What was I gonna say? I know it's kind of stupid, but I kind of want a Wii U emulator for Android because. I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of fun to see. Isn't Cemu like open source now? Made the original model, middle model, the new base model. Yeah, that kind of does. It doesn't annoy me because it's like it's cheaper now. You get 256 gigabytes of storage at the original 64 gigabytes price. So it's not much I can really complain about because they cut the price. But like, you're putting OLED screens and all the others. Why not just do it for the 256 and like bump the price up a little bit? Howdy, Hyperfixed. Fixed? Stream those games using Caster/Moonlight. The only time I've really dabbled with Moonlight was with my original GPT XD Plus, which was a little. That was like. I missed like when that was my first. That was like my only emulation device for a while. Besides my 3DS, that was a crazy time. Now I have so many. Oh, Bayonetta 2 would be awesome. I mean, you do have the Switch port, but like, you can emulate Switch on the Odin 2. I have the Max though, so done with x86 in a handheld. ARM is the future. It's only a matter of time when the big boys turn to ARM. They're probably waiting for Microsoft. Honestly, any like big manufacturer that's doing like Windows handhelds or like even like just boring handhelds, they probably want to look at Microsoft for what to do because I mean they're the ones controlling the Windows software on a lot of these devices. How am I feeling about the Odin 2? Can't believe you balled that one for the. I honestly can't believe it either. I'm kind of thinking I should have gone with like the Pro just so I could kind of get the in-between model, but I've been really loving it. I know it's the Max, so you're going to get like a lot of power, but like a lot of games just run on the base performance mode, which is awesome. I do kind of think I should have went for the Pro though. Been having a lot of fun playing around with my base and Pro though. The only thing is because if I didn't have a channel, I would have just gone for the Max because like I'm just playing it. But since I have a channel, I'm like I feel like I should have gone for the base or Pro just so I could show it off to you guys and be like, hey, this is a reasonable expectation if you're going for the cheaper model. Are the Odin 2 face buttons good for button mashing sequences? I found the Odin 1 lacking in that scenario. I haven't found like much issue. The only thing I could really consider button mashing is like throwing Pikmin, because I've been playing a lot of Pikmin too. But they've been good. The buttons, I think, feel better than the ones in the original Odin. Oh. I just pressed the button on my Odin 2 and it activated something. See what Qualcomm is doing lately. I haven't. Oh, they had their summit like earlier this month, didn't they? Qualcomm Summit. Snapdragon Summit. Snapdragon Summit. Qualcomm. That's what Matt Lowe went for the base because of my channel and superfan price. The thing was like $240. Dude, Indiegogo. I don't know if any of you watched my video about the, like, when I pre-ordered it. That fiasco with Indiegogo was a pain. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at OBS to make sure, like, I'm like, in frame. I'm not looking at, like, anything else. But Indiegogo was a pain, and I, like, wanted the Max just because I wanted the big, powerful thing. But I feel like I should have gone for a cheaper model. Oh, well. Too late now. This is all phone stuff. I'm really bad with phone specs and like what this means. So we're very surprised we weren't able to get Superfan. Dude, I was awake like 2 hours before the pre-orders went live, just trying to get like I had the email open that they sent out for people to like get the Superfan links, the Superfan price. I kept trying to order. It told me I was having an error. I like had an error on Indiegogo's side. I kept trying and it didn't work. And I think I got the fan, like it wasn't Superfan. It was like the second best option or whatever. It wasn't the base price, but I think they now actually have it on their website. Odin 2, yeah. Odin 2 right now. Base is $299, Pro is $369, and Max is $459. What did I pay for my Max? I don't want to open Indiegogo on this tab. I can't remember. Anyways, battery tech ARM will only get better. I think I saw AMD and Nvidia are going to put more energy in making their own custom chips. I'm not sure what Intel is doing. A lot of people are moving away from Intel. I mean, didn't like a lot of Iron's Intel stuff get canceled? Like they stuck with AMD, but I'm pretty sure a lot of their Intel stuff for like Loki Mini and stuff got canceled, which is crazy. Did they just cancel the whole Loki Mini line? Like I thought they were gonna stick with the like certain ones of those, but I haven't seen any of them. Yeah, AMD here, AMD. It's all AMD, and like Apple's moved away from Intel. Great time. Nintendo's using a custom NVIDIA Tegra chip with nearly the power of a PS4. Come on. Yep. Nintendo is really good at getting the best out of their low quality, low power chips. Because, like, the Switch is in no way, like, comparable to, like, the PS5 or even the PS4. Because, like in its current state. Because it's just, like, it's a really old Android handheld is what it boils down to. I hope they can like really do powerful stuff with the next Switch. I know there were like insiders at like Gamescom saying that they had like a Switch that was powerful, like a PS4 Pro, like comparable Switch running Breath of the Wild with like no loading screens. That seems a little wild for Nintendo. Not sure how well that would work, but also not one to judge Nintendo. Or, like, judge them on how well they're running stuff. Had NVIDIA Shield tablet. It was awesome in 2014. Streaming games are playing Street Suit Zero, outputting to my TV at 1080p. Nintendo killed my dreams of a Shield tab, too. That sucks. Intel is losing the Fab Wars, and they're losing the power efficiency. And when they lose the server war, it could be the biggest blunder in tech history. Yeah, Intel, dude, everything is, like, not going their way. Because, like, everybody's looking at, like, AMD for, like, GPUs and stuff. So, and, like, CPUs. Intel has, like, I think they have tried to, like, make GPUs or CPUs. Like I've seen Wolf Den make videos on them, but they're just not anywhere near as close to like what AMD is doing. ARM baby, yeah. Why? Iron has the Loki Max at a crazy discount right now. If any of you want a Loki Max, you have one more day to get it at like $550, which is a crazy good price. That's like $125 less than what I paid for it, which at the time was $100 less than what it was was on their website. $775 right here. I paid $675, and right now it's $550. If anyone's looking for a Windows handheld, this might be a better bet than the Steam Deck. Well, it's a better bet than the Steam Deck in terms of a Windows handheld, because the Steam Deck doesn't run Windows. And it's also like, people probably trust... How much does the Legion go? People probably trust like Lenovo and other companies, like other big name brand companies, to make better Windows handhelds. So I don't remember the time when we had 6+ GPU companies that were on the regular: NVIDIA, ATI, Matrox, S3, Verge 3D, Power VR, 3DFX. Now Intel is a good third GPU company. I wasn't really into the tech space until like, well, I always kind of cared about tech, but like not to this extent, like up until 3 years ago. But AMD has really kind of gotten, like, I wouldn't say a monopoly, but they are really just, they have a lot of people on board with their chips and stuff. Talk about late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, that's not something I remember. Yeah, I was not alive for that. Lenovo Legion Go. Why is there a $50 difference? Is that the... I'm not buying it, but like, if they want to send me one... That was before my time. Yeah, hobby. Yeah, it was. I am a little too young for this. But I once got a comment. Someone told me I was too young to be talking about retro emulation, like retro gaming. And I was kind of like, you know, you kind of have a point, but at the same time, I like these games. So I think the size that my channel is at right now, I don't get many comments that are like being snarky or anything with me. Most of the comments I get that are like even remotely negative are trying to help me make my channel better. But I feel like if I grow any larger and I keep talking about emulation, people are probably going to call me too young to talk about this. But let's go over like the Steam Deck stuff. Never too young. Got into gaming from my dad. He had an Atari 2600 in the mid to late 90s. Then I got a Nintendo. I honestly, that's like awesome. I don't really know how me and my siblings got into gaming, because my parents didn't play video games. They called Mario Mario, but they like got us a Wii, they got us all DS's and 3DS's, and then the Wii U. It was like all Nintendo for some reason. I don't remember like those times, so maybe we just really wanted it, but I can't remember. My dad, like, I don't think he plays... Well, he, like, knows about video games, but he doesn't really play them. Maybe I'm just, like, forgetting everything. But... So, the biggest difference between these models is the bigger screen, the better Wi-Fi, and the bigger battery. Now it has a bigger cable. It also has a bigger cable, so... You're getting an OLED screen, a bigger screen, and better Wi-Fi. So if it's worth the upgrade for you, then do it, but it's not for me. A sophomore in high school, and I've learned that there are two types of older people. The ones that think it's awesome you're into it, and the ones snarky ones. Yeah. there's really like no in between. It's either that they're like really excited that you're interested in like what they were like playing as young kids or whatever, or like in their teens and stuff, or they're snarky, like you said. Look like toys. Don't. But I did attend a few Star Trek conventions. I have a friend who is like really interested in Star Trek. I probably would be, but like I don't watch movies or shows. OLED is huge along with everything else. I'm super torn myself. If you're someone like the Steam Deck screen, like I got mine for $400, so it's like I can't really complain. I just did a video about the Steam Deck 1 year later. This always happens to me. When I do a video like a year later or like a few months later, they announce a new device. But like the Steam, is it dead? If my Steam Deck's dead, I'm gonna be so mad. The Steam Deck screen is okay. It's an LCD 800p screen. So bumping that up, it's like the Switch's screen. The Switch's screen is okay. Like I don't play it in portable mode just because I don't like how it looks in portable mode. But I'm sure the OLED screen is much better. So I'm sure the OLED screen is being much better on here. That's the Steam Deck every time I want to reach for it. Yeah. My Steam Deck, I didn't play it much before I got my Loki Max, and then when I got my Loki Max, it's just been sitting on my desk. It hasn't been. I explained this in my video, but I like ruined the experience for myself. Why is this plugged in? I'm gonna plug my Steam Deck in. So, the Steam Deck is a great entry-level device. Like if you play a lot of Steam games, this is a portable PC. It's great to get, but like, if you want to play anything other than Steam games, you're probably gonna want to go with something else. Glad to see OLED, but they probably should have done 1080p and let people downscale it. Yeah, that's honestly, it's still 800p. Like, I know they've kind of been incrementally upgrading it. Like, they're not really gonna do, like, a brand new Steam Deck. Like, this is an OLED upgrade. This is, like, the Switch OLED. They're probably not gonna do a, like, big upgrade for a while. I forgot I had that. They're probably not gonna do a big Steam Deck upgrade for a while. But I feel like they should have waited a little longer just to get 1080p. Like, I'm not sure how much that would have added onto the costs, but why do I use the Loki Max substantially more than the Steam Deck? That's a really good question. I think the Steam Deck might just be a little too big for me. And I know it's kind of, I don't know if I've said against this in the past. Like, I know I don't really like using Windows on a portable handheld, like a handheld device, but I do kind of like PC gaming on Windows more than I do like Steam or Steam OS and the Steam Deck. And also I feel like the form factor of the Loki Max is just more appealing to me than the Steam Deck, since it's not too big. The screen on the Steam Deck is 16 by 10. It's 7 inches. This is, I think, 6 inches. 1080p. This device is much, like, shorter. It's not as tall. I don't... there's just something about it that just... Like, it should be that the Steam Deck is better because the Steam Deck has a better UI and navigating Windows is really annoying. But... there's just something, the Loki Max has better hardware, like in terms of their sticks, the D-pad, and the face buttons, I guess. I think it's just the hardware. I think this thing is like an overall stronger device in terms of hardware, or more solid device than the Steam Deck. And it being not as big has made it easier for me to justify like bringing it places, because the Steam Deck is gigantic. I have my Loki Zero and Steam Deck boxes on top of each other on my dresser right now, and you can just tell by looking at it that there's a big difference. I feel like there's just something about it. Hate going into desktop mode on the Steam Deck, which is why I want a Loki Max to begin with. Yeah. Desktop mode on the Steam Deck is like fine. I know there are people out there that use their Steam Decks. I should probably move my... I'm getting distracted. I know there are people that use their Steam Decks like an actual PC on desktop mode by like putting it in desktop mode and using it as a PC. I could never do that because like the Linux desktop on the Steam Deck is fine if you're like installing EmuDeck or you're doing like some other file system thing, but it's just not the most amazing thing you'd ever want to use. The Loki Max, like it, compared to like literally the Legion Go, the ROG Ally or whatever, like those devices have front ends that they come with, so you can like play games off of there. That doesn't have it, but I think navigating that desktop is better because Windows just feels nicer. That's kind of stupid to say because Windows doesn't feel nice with the controller, but I think it does feel nicer than using the Steam Deck's, than navigating the Steam Deck's desktop mode. Boom, 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 now. Should we move on to the Odin 2? Play some games on there, test some things out? Because I feel like we talked a lot about the... You can keep asking me questions about the Steam Deck and like telling me your opinions on it. That doesn't have to immediately change the subject. Odin 2, I have it plugged into my capture card. So we have it right here. If you guys ever want to see something like on the Odin 2, we can like test out whatever games here. But if you want to see something, let me know and I'll like pick it up. I have an Xbox controller plugged in because that's they haven't launched the dock yet. They moved the Odin 2 2 months forward 2 months and didn't move the dock forward. Talk Odin 2. I know I'm gonna sound like a shill for Ein because like all of their devices I've like liked, but I really like this thing, and maybe it's because I got the Max, but I think this is the first Android handheld that I'm like, okay, this is it. Honestly, I might agree, because like we have a bunch of these, they're all like low powered, but this is like a powerful one that can play pretty much anything. How far can you take the resolution at the base power profile? Do you want to try it right now? So right now it is on standard performance, and I have the early access Yuzu, so we're gonna try Mario Kart 8. I should probably pause this if I'm gonna be playing audio. So she had an emulation station for Android. Daiju Show just doesn't cut it. Yeah. Biggest thing, there's so many devices that picked up for different reasons, but there's always a but. This time there really isn't. Yeah, I agree. Can you guys hear the audio from the game? And like also tell me if it's too loud. Because like I have it coming through my monitor. Feels more so on the softer side, not the hardware. Yeah. Don't judge me for my main. The FPS is kind of small on the side, so let's enable the floating FPS. There we go. Gabe's way louder than you? Okay, let me lower that. Pegasus for Android is amazing. After you set it up, it runs just like a console. That might be something I have to test out. So we're gonna test. Let's just do. Let's do one I'm good at actually. This is me finding out I'm not good at Mario Kart 8. Let's just try the Leaf Cup. Let's see, because this 70%. Maybe not that loud, like maybe lower it by 70% from the original. I lowered it if it's like too quiet compared to me. Let me know, because I also like lowered the volume. Okay, so this is the base power profile. This is the max, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Yuzu emulator is running at 60 frames a second. There's going to be some stuttering, but I mean, if you wanted to stop stuttering, you can bump it up to like... This also, there is a... I do kind of want to test out other games with this, because while this is very impressive, there is a possibility that Yuzu has just done really good optimization for Android, like for the devices they support, since the last time I tried it. So after this, it looks a little choppy. It looks like it looks a little choppy in OBS, but it's running smooth. Oh, I almost hit that. Oh, I don't have a mini-map. Where is it? Why do I have auto steal? Oh my gosh, I just realized that. It's like probably saved me from falling off so well. So I have one of these. I can't use it because the blue shell's broken. Okay. Put on CPU float, please, with battery drain. What is CPU float? Not an odd hiccup. Yeah, it does look like it's like a little stuttery. Like it's not as smooth on stream. Odin 1 is amazing, specifically if it meets your needs. I ended up picking up base and pro since I wanted to make some content on it, but honestly I'm finding myself using the base way more. Yeah, I mean, this thing's already super powerful. Enjoying the tweaking with figures. A lot of the enjoyment I get out of these like lower end devices is tweaking, like to get it running. But sometimes I just want a device that just works well. It's great value. Oh, CPU float. It's like a software. Okay. I thought you meant that was like a setting I have to turn on. CPU float. Oh, it's an app. Okay. You know what? Something I never get. Why does Yuzu do picture-in-picture? Retro Game Corps uses it? Well, then I have to use it. Alright, give me a second. I don't want you to get anything from my Google Play. Search CPU float. No eligible devices for app install. I love the RP3 Plus. I regret selling my purple one. The Retro Pocket 3 Plus is a great device. I still have mine. I don't really use it just because I have so many devices, but it won't let me install. Yeah. Let's find it. Oh, I found it. To side load it. It's trying to get me to download its software. I don't want to do that. Hey, Arga. Wish it had analog triggers. Makes sense. I kind of find it weird how the 3 Plus and the 3 didn't have analog triggers, but the 2S and Flip did. I mean, I guess that counts as one of their T618 chip devices using it, but it's weird. How do I do this? Am I gonna have to email this to myself? Can you do that? Am I gonna have to download Gmail? Blocked for security reasons. Okay. I might have to unplug my Odin 2 from the capture card for a second, which is probably going to cause all sorts of issues, but for the in the name of sideloading an app. File transfer. Oh. Really nice GBA and PSP handheld, so I didn't mind it much. Yeah. I played like GameCube and stuff like that, so would have been much more useful. The screen is incredible, but now in comparison, I've been able to use more saturated ones and I'm hooked. Yeah. I remember the RG505, the Ambernic RG505 had a like better screen. Okay, now it's quiet. I want to turn this back on. It had a better screen compared to the 3 Plus. Like, it had an OLED screen. And I think I pointed that out when I did my comparison video. But I don't... Okay, CPU float is installed. Let's see how we can get this working. Have you ever messed around with the Portal Android port on your handhelds? I haven't. Mostly because I didn't know there was one. But now that you say that there is, I might want it to. I might want to. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, this is what he uses. Yo, thank you so much for telling me about this. I have never seen this before. Why is this frozen? Activate, activate. There we go. Okay. Drag CPU float. Look at this. That's awesome. I didn't know. I was like, oh, I never knew what he used when it came to like emulating and stuff. So this is actually really cool. So the Odin 2 is your dream device since it runs GC/PS2 like a dream. Pretty much. I mean, the max is definitely overkill for a GameCube and PS2 and like Wii, but like, this thing is great. I'm really liking this thing. Okay, where's the audio? Hello? Why is there no audio? Really awesome. I used it when I rooted my own and was able to use Franco kernel managers, set profiles based on which app I'm running, run low clocks for SNES. That is really smart. If only I had no idea like what he was using. Funny enough, he found it himself in the INEO server when the Pocket Air debacle happened. INEO Pocket Air, dude. I was actually kind of interested in that device because it's a powerful Android handheld made by a company that only really ever makes PC type handhelds. So it was interesting, but it was between that and the Odin 2. And right now, this thing is more interesting. Does this thing have any audio right now? Ever thought of doing something similar to the Nerdness? It needs to interact with more creators. Yeah, I want to. I've like wanted to go onto an emulation podcast. You need to interact. I've wanted to go on like an emulation podcast, but I don't want to like reach out. I feel like that would kind of be weird if I like reach out to people being like, "Can I go on your podcast?" And also, I don't like know anybody enough to like create my own emulation podcast. I would want to go on one of those though, because I feel like talking about emulation is like really fun. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe might have just crashed because I think putting it in picture might have ruined it. Okay, so let's just close you two. Building shaders. Drag it down to the gear. Scroll down to the battery current. Battery current correction. Oh yeah, there we go. Battery current. There we go. I have it plugged in. That won't change anything, will it? Okay, good. We got audio again. Mario Kart 8! It's great hardware, but the software is lacking. They only just fixed Rumble after well over a month after shipping. Yeah. I feel like Ein kind of has to step up because they have made an Android handheld before. I and Neo doing it for the first time. It's probably not going to be the greatest for them. Roy. Better to be asked to come onto the podcast, not request. Yeah, I'm not going to request to go on anyone's podcast because that's like a very weird thing to do. And especially because my channel is like so small, I feel like doing that, it would kind of make it seem like I think I'm bigger than I am, and I don't want to do that. So if they invite me on, I'm gonna go on, but like, I'm not asking to go on. I mean, more so you'd be the host. I love watching your content because you're very off the cuff. I would definitely do that. I feel like that would be fun to kind of like host a podcast talking about emulation. But I feel like I'd want like another person, like multiple people on the podcast to talk with about like the current state of emulation, like stuff like that. But I don't really know anybody, like even like outside of creators, like people that I know in real life. I'm like the one person who really cares about emulation or like really knows much about it. Like people I know, they know about it. Also, I'm very antisocial, so finding people like on to do a podcast. I'm like occasionally looking over at OBS. I feel like it looks a little choppy at times, but just know that for me right now, it looks very clean and smooth. Yoshi. Love to have a conversation about the devices in general. Yeah, pretty much. There's so many coming out that I feel like every week we just talk about a new one. Also, like, talk about ones we've already used, stuff like that. Revisit old ones. Talk about emulation in other sectors, like how companies like Nintendo are like fighting against it, or still have the auto steering on. There's like so many things like just not even relating to these emulation devices that you can talk about when it comes to emulation. Lower the game volume by 30%. Okay, one thing I will say about this thing is I feel like it doesn't have great. Like, I feel like the volume controls aren't amazing. I got second. Because I feel like it goes from like 80 to 20 by like 2 presses of the button. Yeah, I can unplug it. Could you hear anything I just said? I don't know why I raised the volume. Okay, so I can't unplug it from the USB-C thing I have, but I can unplug it from the power. Would the Odin 2 Pro be able to emulate this game or no? Yeah. I feel like the base would probably... Well, the base is 8 gigabytes of RAM. I feel like the base probably would be able to. Maybe at high performance. I don't have one, so I can't really say, but it should be able to. Mainly not. Dude, what am I doing wrong? Okay. $2 is what it looks like. Just drawing a lot. But what I will say is that the benefit of having an Android device compared to Windows is that just by nature, Windows is going to draw more power than Android. So having a device like this, especially with as big of a battery, because it has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery, it's going to last longer. This is just Mario Kart, so I could test out like a more power intensive game. I have Tears of the Kingdom on here, so we could try that out just to see if the current changes like dramatically. Compared to, yeah, it's ARM. Oh shoot. Okay. Shoot. Bowser, you idiot. Whoops. Man. Why did these textures look so bad? Like, I know it's like a talking point. Everybody says that these textures look bad, but it's like the grass looks so boring. Get away from me. Get away from me. Ow. Give me those coins. Give me those coins. Ow. Oh. Maybe I'm better with smart steering. Let me just finish this race because I'm almost done. Then we can try a more power-intensive game. Got jet dinner time. I'll be back. Take care. Take care. Take care. Love Windows handhelds, but they're in an awkward spot for me right now, specifically with the Odin 2. Seriously, love live streams. Might have to do more of them. Gonna at least try to stream once a week. Okay. Actually, let's do Smash Bros. Ultimate. Because what I like to do on like PC handhelds and on the Steam Deck when I first like did emulation on it was I liked to boot up Smash Bros. Ultimate, do a game with 8 players, like all CPUs, and see how much it would stutter and how like well it would run. And I've already done that on here, but it didn't stutter all that much. Like it literally played the game and stuttered a little bit while playing. Are you doing Yuzu with the latest turnip drivers? I'm not. I'm doing it. I'm using the early access Yuzu version with the base drivers. Windows handhelds are annoying to navigate, but the Ally is now my main, and the Pocket Air is my secondary handheld. Nice. Pocket Air, I already have a video on it. It seems like a great handheld. The Ally looks awesome, and I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I just don't have one. I've heard like a lot of people really like it though, and don't they have like a front end like that you can use? So that would probably be better than like using bare and bare Windows. Let's see how well this does. Did I lower? The mic volume is lower, so 3, 2, 1. Oh, stuttering already. Oh, it's because I tested it. The last time I tested this was on high performance. No, it was performance. This is normal performance mode. I'm not good at Smash Bros. Don't. I don't need to know how bad I am. I'm just not good at it. What's really embarrassing is that a lot of the times when I play against CPUs like this, I usually end up losing. So that doesn't happen this time. Go away, Donkey Kong. Oh. Spirit. Ow. It's drawing current as a negative. It's like sitting around like 25. Or like, oops. Like 2.5 watts. I don't really know how watts works. But if the current is any indicator, oh no. Doesn't seem too great. Have you noticed if the joysticks in the Odin 2 would fit in the Odin 1 for your desk since you have both? I haven't checked. It's hard for me to say because I haven't actually done it. It looks like they should, but I don't really know fully. It looks like they're kind of the same size, if a little skinnier on the Odin 2. Oh, it's a different mount? Yeah, then probably not. Not related to your live, but I think it's awesome. I just got Wii U emulation working on my school laptop. That's sick. My school laptop is garbage, so it barely runs anything. If you get it to run like GameCube, it will die. Like in an hour. Or less. It'd be awesome if they do, actually. It would. Because these joysticks are a lot better. Oh, blue shell. Screw you, Luigi. Oh, that's Mario. The green Mario. Oh, a bomb. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Oh, shoot. Friday nights are probably the best time for me to stream because I'm usually not doing anything Friday. And like every other day of the week, I'm usually worrying about something. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I just threw that on. Now I have a Pokemon. It's only a bird, but I mean... Can I have that? Oh, screw you, Yoshi. Don't do the sideways one. Oh, you idiots. Oh, awesome. Final smash. Sick. Oh. I hate this map. I think this is running really well. How'd you get past the whole me thing? Does I think when I launched it, it asked me to choose a me, and it just gave me guest me's to choose. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I'm out. I think that's been an issue for me before, like in Ryujinx on certain emulators and certain devices. So I think I'm pretty sure it just gave me like guest me's to choose. Because I remember just choosing a me as I started up. Because I don't have any me's on here. But I know that has been an issue in the past. Okay, who's going to win? Who's going to win? Banjo or Terry? Terry has less percentage. Yeah, it was Terry. Good job, Terry. Yeah, so the current isn't that much different from the from Mario Kart 8. Are there any games that you guys want to see me test out specifically? Someone on Discord told me that for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, because it wasn't working for me. Like, I think in my video it wasn't working. I said, like, it wasn't working. So they told me on Discord that I needed the GitHub version of Yuzu. So I think this is the GitHub version of Yuzu. And it's not on here. Interesting. To the Kingdom? Okay, let's try that out. I'm going to boost this up to performance mode. Actually, you know what? I think it would be more interesting if we tried in the normal standard. I don't think I have a save file on here yet. And if I do, it's like right after the game starts. So I can just delete that. Building shaders. What percent is it at? We just put a whole Switch round. 96%. I feel like that's probably what you get on a Windows handheld. No, that's worse. I mean, that's better. A Windows handheld would give you horrible. Like, I don't think it would have dropped that much, but. So I have played this game a teensy bit on here. What I will say, there's a lot of lighting issues. Room of Awakening. Okay, let's just do it from here. Also, we're doing all of this in like handheld mode to get the best out of it. It's not going to look the best, but we'll try. The back around the like fan, it gets really warm. Like the left side of the device where your left hand sits, if you move it over just a little bit, it feels really warm. Tears of the Kingdom. Seems to also be a lot of graphical issues. This is in normal performance mode. Let's just get to the like area where you get your clothes and stuff, just to test this out more, and then I'll bump it up in performance mode. What does he look like? He looks like a not a Zelda character, like a Sims character kind of. It's like something weird. Here we go. Open, 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 open. So this is the max Odin 2, like I've said multiple times. I think it's just, I don't know the power difference between the three models. I wish I had multiple models just so I could test out the difference, but I don't care, Google Play Store. We're going to put it on high performance mode instead of standard. And now it seems to be running a bit better. It's like with this lighting and like graphical issues, he doesn't look like a Zelda character. I can't tell what he looks like. Oh. Are you kidding? It just crashed? Are you serious? That's actually kind of funny. Let's bump it up to high performance, I guess. Building shaders. It's on high performance mode. This is the Odin 2 Max. We're playing Tears of the Kingdom. I want to try this. Apparently the GitHub version of like the normal Yuzu app is like better. So if this crashes again, we can just try that. Or if it just doesn't load. Oh, no, there we go. Remove Awakening. Save skydiving. Let's see how this works. Something weird about this Yuzu app and the other Yuzu app is that if you plug in like a controller or turn on a controller, it will like disable. It will act as player one, so you will like not have to deal with the like the buttons on here. But for some reason, Yuzu just doesn't do that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh lordy lord. What's the logo gonna look like? What are those turn-up drivers you were talking about earlier? Oh, R. Hey, I mean, it's running at like 18 frames per second, but it's still running. I don't think we really... Oh, it crashed again. I was about to say, I don't think we really need to test that out all that much more. And then it crashed. So, thanks for proving me right. Why is... Select games folder. Switch. Can you let me play Mario Wonder? Where's Mario Wonder? Why can't I play it? I also can't play Tears of the Kingdom. Why are these games not working? Oh, wait. Tears of the Kingdom. They don't have box art for some reason. Okay, where is... Wonder? Did the device crash? No, the app crashed. Hello? Oh, it crashed. Whoops. Any other games you guys want to test out? Let's actually... Mario Bowser's Fury. I think I already tested this out. Pokemon Violet? That would honestly be way more interesting. Pokemon Violet. For anyone worried, I only emulate the games I own. Okay. What's my name? My name is George. Get out of my way, CPU thingy. That's not a V, a G. Thank you. Submit. One thing I hate about like Yuzu, Ryujinx on the Steam Deck is that... Oh no, go back. Shoot. Guess I'm with an ugly hairstyle now. Something that I hate about Ryujinx in... on Steam Deck is that when playing this game and it asks you to put in your name, you have to like go into the desktop mode to do that. It's really weird. I think the lighting issues are just... Oh boy. I think the lighting issues are just like this whole thing's issue. I haven't tried any other like drivers or anything, so we could... I'll have to do that and check out more for my review, which should be next week. But we'll have to see. It's time for you too to dive into the world of Pokemon. Yeah, I don't think that's how she looked in the game. Why is there a circle in the sun? Only his glass is loaded in. That's interesting. Oh my god. Only his glasses. And his Pokeballs. Not even the Pokemon. The Pokemon's eyes. That's freaky. Oh, okay, now we got some JPEGs. He is only glasses. This is pretty accurate. It's how it runs on official hardware too. Yeah, I think this is actually how I saw it running when I played it on the Switch. Oh. Okay, that actually looks kind of nice. Okay, now it doesn't look that different. I like tried playing the game when I got it for like Christmas, and it just looked so bad. Like, this looks bad, but it's not even like it looks bad because it's emulation. It looks bad because the game is just ugly. I'm not sure how much of it can really be attributed to the emulator. Switch emulation is pretty rough in general, yeah. And also, it's on Android, and this is a very powerful device, but I feel like Yuzu on Android is probably like the last thing they're going to think about working fully on. They're probably working more on the PC side. Not wrong? When am I ever? I'm kidding. I'm joking. Sadly enough, it's been the most fun Pokemon game at least for the last 10 years. I've never been a big Pokemon fan, but I saw... First game I ever completed the Pokédex too. Wow. I got the game because I kind of wanted to see if it was any good. And I do think it's a good game. But like the issues were just too much. I couldn't like look past it. Oh god. Green? Let's see how long I can go in this game before it like crashes or I just don't. Are those my eyeballs? Okay, let's see. Do I know where I'm going? It's just a bunch of flashing colors. If you guys are like epileptic, is that it? I would be careful. Mancha. Oh, where am I? Oh, my mom's there. I can see her eyes. Nothing else, though. Current for all of these Switch games seems to be the exact same. I don't see much difference in the CPU temperature. Ding dong. If I go outside, will this change? Oh, I'm supposed to walk over. I like how he is literally just his Pokeballs and glasses. Like, I can see the back of his glasses. Oh, you can at least see the bag. I got, like, 5 hours into this game on Switch. Like, maybe 10. And I was having a good time. It's just, it was not, like, running well. And, like, I pop in and stuff was crazy. I was like, either they're going to fix the game or I'm going to stop playing. And they never fixed the game. So I stopped playing. Where's my bag? Isn't it, like, over here? Oh. Where are you? Hello? What are you? Yep. Put on my hat and grab my bag. I can save. Okay, let me save right now. Oh, it's saving. It's by itself. Okay. Just in case the game crashes. I wonder if it looks like different outside or if it's just because like the game is garbage. Not quite ready to go to school yet. How dare you? I'm always ready to go to school. Okay, we're going outside. This is the big test. To see if it's going to look like garbage the entire game or just when we're inside. Okay, so the entire game. We're in high performance, right? Yep. Okay, I don't think there's much more we can see here. Yuzu. This version I can access Pokemon Violet. I don't think I have any controls mapped though. FPS counter. Toggle controls. Toggle all. I don't want any on-screen controls. Oh, I have to go through this again? This isn't worth it. What's my name? What is my name? I knew it already. It knows me. I'm famous. Ready. Guess I'm going with this ugly hairstyle too. If we get into my room... Okay, this is just going to have the same issues. If we get into my room and it has the same issues, I'm just not going to try. We're just checking. To see if it would be any different. Okay, it's not gonna be any different. Um, is there anything else you guys want to know about the Odin 2? Or like any games you want me to test, depending on the system? You want to see me play anything other than Switch? Getting ready for bed. Excuse me. How dare you? It is 9 p.m. I haven't played much Citra on here. Mainly because I don't really care for that much of the 3DS's library. And the ones I do care for, like Animal Crossing, that's like a lot of work to just get into. So I don't want to deal with that right now. So you're talking about what I was looking at earlier, the average view, why did I say that? The turnip drivers? Releases. Revision X. Okay. Someone. Oh. I don't know if I'm going to deal with that right now, but I'll definitely deal with that later. Deal with those turnip drivers to see if they fix anything for me. How does Mario Kart Wii run? Oh, I have tried it, but let's play it. I also have graphics. All of them are set to 3 times for 1080p because you can't go any higher than 1080p, but because this thing is already just like a 1080p handheld, so there's no point in going higher than 1080p. But since we're playing Mario Kart Wii, I can use the Xbox controller. Online interactions not rated for the ESRB. Yeah, I have tried it. I've played like one race just to test it out. This ran fairly well on the original Odin, but it definitely runs better on here, even on the base, like normal power. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, which one do I do? Let's try Peach Beach. Cheech Beach? Peach Beach. Got the FPS in the top left. And the... Might see some stuttering just because I've never played on this course before, but for the most part, this thing seems to be running really well. I drove right into that wiggler. No, 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 not again, not again, not again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, boy. Stop hitting me. You guys are rude. The rubber banding in Mario Kart Wii is crazy. I have a friend who's like really good at Mario Kart Wii for some reason, and we like talked about it, how crazy the rubber banding is in this game. Because some CPUs will be like halfway across the course and then they'll catch up to you within like 3 seconds. It's awful. But I love this game. Hot take. It's better than Double Dash. Double Dash is trash. Well, it's not garbage. It's just not the best Mario Kart game, like everyone likes to claim it is. Do not touch me with that Wario. I will hate you. Is this lap 3? I can't tell. I think so. Oh, shoot. Worst direction. Just saw a shadow, like, right near me. This one, Double Dash, are your top two. Grew up with Double Dash and played Wii more. I didn't. I grew up with Wii, and then 8. So I'm biased towards Wii, and I have like no nostalgia for Double Dash. So I don't get a lot of the hype. I can tell it's a great game, but like for me, it's just that Wii and 8 Deluxe are just better. I mean, it's probably the third, even without my bias, because what? 7's not that great. DS is okay. It was good for the DS, but for anything else. Super Mario Kart is fine, and so is 64. So Double Dash is probably third for me, but I just don't think it's like the amazing Mario Kart game everybody talks it up to be. I think it's just a pretty good Mario Kart. Oh, dang it. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Going from 8 to this is like whiplash. Wow. Haha. Screw you, Waluigi. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Donkey Kong, come here. Come here. Thank you. Luigi. For some reason, I've always had, like, I have crazy nostalgia for this game. It's really, I think it's really good. It's probably because of my nostalgia, because it was the first Mario Kart game I ever played and was my favorite for a long time. But I do think that this game is probably the second best Mario Kart objectively, just because objectively with all of the booster course passes, 8 Deluxe just is better, while Wii, I think, just has the most variety and it's just much more interesting. Wah, wah. Oh, shoot. I think this has been a really good demonstration of Wii and how it's been running. So I don't think we really need to play it anymore. And I think for the time being, that is going to be the end of the stream. This was a experimental stream. Like, it was my first one in a long while. I haven't done one in forever, and the first one out of what I'm trying to do multiple a week. I mean, not multiple a week, but I'm trying to do at least one a week. So this being the first one, there's going to be some kinks you have to iron out throughout time, and hopefully as it keeps going on, we get more and more people to come in, chat and stuff like that, but I'll have to see. So if you came out to this stream or you're watching it afterwards, thank you for watching it. I had fun discussing the Steam Deck and the Odin 2, and we can keep discussing that in my comments and in other streams, future streams. This great stream. Hope to do some more. I really hope I do too. I don't know if I can before next Friday, but I hope to do it at least every Friday. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's here live, watching right now and watching in the past. Yes. I will see you. I should have a video up on Wednesday. So if I don't, I'll see you next Friday. But if I do, I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care. Goodbye.